Welcome everyone to this module where we will learn how to route wiring harness. I have already some components which assembles on the engine. So we will learn the routing on this component. Suppose this is the connector over which there is one back shell which protects the connector from water and high force. Because connector is an electronic component, so it should not be damaged by force. So a back shell is provided, and then this L-shaped component is called elbow or L-shaped support, which is basically to provide different orientations to the wiring harness. We'll take this routing, so the wiring harness will come from this T-piece in this particular example. This T-piece is used basically to divide the parts of wiring harness. Suppose the one wires are coming from here, and then some have to go in this direction, some have to be taken in this direction. So this is how the parts of the wiring harness are divided. If your wiring harness is conduit kind of wiring harness, then you use this kind of T-piece. So in our particular case, we'll take the wiring harness from here up to this connector. But since the distance between two is quite large, so we are also using to prevent the overhanging, excess overhanging length of the, or to reduce the excess overhanging length of the wiring harness, we'll put some clips in between which will hold the wiring harness. So the clips are like this. They'll be put inside a hole, and this is kind of tie wrap which will tie the harness. Okay, so let's go to designate. Select this assembly. Since it's already designated, therefore it's not taking it, so I'll just undesignate it quickly and then designate it. Okay, okay. Here it will show entry ports. So what we are basically doing here, I'll tell you, is we are trying to select all the coordinates and axes it has and designate it. What designation means, I'll tell you. Search, find now. Now it is showing all the axes and coordinates that particular elbow has. Control plus A से हम इसे select करेंगे and right side में जाके close कर देंगे. So see, all the coordinates which this T-piece has been designated. Okay. Internal length of cable inside. If you want to take the cable inside, then you can write that dimension. I don't want to take my cable inside, so I have written 0. It will just go up to the coordinate. You want to take it as a round. Done. Done. Now what does designation means? Designation means like when you will be bringing the harness up to this point, then this harness should come along this Z axis. If you see, this Z axis is facing outside, so the wiring harness should come along the Z axis and not in any particular direction. Therefore we designate this so that when we bring the harness up to this point, it comes along this direction. It's so that it's a straight harness when it's come inside, and it should be straight at this portion, so that there's no open space at the opening or mouth of this elbow, which will create a space for water or dust ingress. So second step is to designate this T-piece. So where is this? This is here. We'll go to, because it is already designated, so we'll first undesignate it. Now we are designating it. Okay. Entry port, search, find now. Select all. These are the coordinates and axis this T-piece has. Select all. Control plus A. Right click. It has taken all the coordinates. Close. Okay. Zero length inside the connector. Round shape. Done. Done. Now we have designated our connect, both the starting and ending points. We don't need to designate the parts which are in between, because that will automatically take their own shape. Okay, only the starting and ending part should be designated. Now that we have done the designation, let's start with routing. We'll go to route network. Select coordinate at the start. Let's make them visible, both axis and coordinate. Select the coordinate here. Next, select the axis. So all the components which comes in between, you have to only select their axis, not the coordinates. Then this is the next clip. Select coordinate axis. Third clip, select axis. And then we have final here. So final will select the coordinate. So see, we had designated it, so it's coming directly like this, right? ऐसे. Had we not selected it, so it would have come like this. ऐसे यहाँ से ऐसे ऊपर चला जाता straight. Okay? So अभी ये हमने कर दिया है, वैसे हम ओके कर देंगे. Okay, so this is the network that we have created. If you see this orange part, but this is only network. Now we'll create bundle by clicking on bundle. We'll name it something, suppose to B1. Okay, round shape. This is the thickness of conduit that we want to take. Suppose 8 mm is the thickness, and the way we want to route is along the path. So select starting. This is the starting position from here, and see, pick a location to define the other end of the path. The other end is this one. Okay, done. So if you see, now we have our bundle with us. So we'll click on this thick view, and here you see we have our bundle with us. It's coming straight from this. Why? Because you have designated it via these clips up to here. Now if you see that if you want to increase this length because you think that it in original harness it can become very stiff, so what you have to do in order to increase its length, you go to location, put that location here, select any position, then here select offset from point, two times click on this coordinate of your assembly, whatever under whichever assembly you have kept, and then adjust your location. Suppose I want to pull it here, so that's how I'm increasing its length. See, I have increased its length. Easy busy. Thank you for watching my channel, and please let me know if you want any other learnings through Creo cabling or Creo.